Alrighty guys, welcome to the next part of the course. So now we're going to be talking about prop firms, and prop firms are really one of the main reasons that most people are going to be getting into futures. And they're definitely one of the main reasons that I started getting into futures. So we're going to be going over what they are, why we use them, things like that. So as I said, prop firms are one of the main reasons I got into futures. These are firms that you trade for. You have to pay them a small fee to try out or do an evaluation. This fee ranges depending on the account size that you get. So sometimes we'll have sales and you can get them for $30, depending on your account. Like you can get a $25,000 account for $30 or a $50,000 account for $35. But those are when they're on sale. Usually they're around 80 to 100 80 to $150 to try out for your evaluation. And when you try out with that evaluation phase, you are basically trying to prove to them that you're worthy to get a real account with them and trade with their money. So if you pass their tryout or evaluation phase, you get to trade that account that you pass and keep, depending on the prop firm that you work for, 80 to 90% of the profits. And usually they have something where you keep like 100% of your first $10,000 you make, or 100% of your first $8,000, and then after that it's like a 90% that you keep. And some of the profit splits are different between prop firms. So you need to decide which prop firm works best for you. And we're going to be going over some of the main three that I recommend. Yeah. So let's get into some prop firms. So the best prop firms out there, in my opinion, are Bulinox, Apex Trader, and UProfit Trader. These are all very good ones, and we're going to be going over why they're good, certain things like that. So let's go. So Apex Trader, this is probably one of the best, if not the best, prop firm you can use. They have a bunch of different account sizes. This isn't even all the account sizes, actually. There's a 300K account as well. And you wouldn't sign up, or there's always 50% off codes for these. So you can always get these for around 50% off. And if you pass the evaluation phase, you get a real funded account and you can make a lot of money. So, but let's go over this real quick, right? Let me actually just pull up Apex Trader. I already got it pulled up. So Apex Trader funding, I have an account with them. So let's say you wanted to try this 25K account. Usually 4 contracts is plenty. So 4 futures contracts on ES. If you had 4 contracts and moved 1 point in a trade, you make 4 times 50, you make $200, and with 1 point move. 1 point is not a lot. So it's basically, I'm saying it's very volatile. You can make a lot or lose a lot. So I usually only trade with 1 or 2 contracts. So for me, 25K account is plenty. And you can eventually scale up to bigger accounts if you want. But basically how these prop firms work, especially Apex Trader, you have a profit goal of $1,500, right? So that's the target. If you hit $1,500 without having this trailing threshold be hit, and then you get a funded account. And the trailing threshold is basically a stop loss on the account. So this follows the highest balance you've had in your account. So basically, if you have $1,000 of open profit in your trade, so you haven't closed out your trade, you have $1,000 that you're up, and then it ends up coming back down and you stop out for break even. So technically you did not lose money on the trade, right? But this trailing threshold follows the highest balance that you've had in your account. So this trailing threshold moves up $1,000 because you had an open profit of $1,000, but you closed at 0. So this trailing threshold, you're basically stop loss on the account, you now have $500 of wiggle room. So then the next trade, if you make a $500 profit, then this would actually not move, it'd still stay where it is. And then let's say you have another trade where you were up 500, but then you lose 1,000, then, if that trailing threshold is hit, then you will have to restart your account. That may sound kind of confusing, but basically just think it follows the highest balance. So if you have $200 up in a trade, you might want to just get out while you can. Otherwise, if it comes back down and you lose, that trailing threshold is going to be a lot closer because you were up at one point and you didn't sell. And these have different account sizes. As I said, 50K. A lot of people go with this. It's a pretty good bang for your buck. You get to trade up to 10 contracts, which I think is way too many. But you do have a bigger profit goal and a bigger trailing threshold in your account. So that's all for you to decide. And with these evaluations, if you do fail an evaluation, you can reset your account for $80. You can do that as many times as you want. Or what I recommend is if you fail and there's already a better coupon code, just cancel your account and get a new account. And then when you have the live account, once you pass this evaluation, then it's just $85 per month to have the live account, and that, as it says, is for data and a platform fee and to wire money to your bank. So it's kind of just like a upkeeping service. But yeah, so basically you'd sign up for one of these accounts. It'd cost you anywhere from $80 to $150 roughly. And you paper trade. It's basically a paper trading account, and you have to hit this profit target without stopping out, and then you have to trade for at least 10 days. So there's a minimum trading days, so you have to take one trade a day for 10 days. So if you pass this evaluation in like 3 days, right, you hit that profit target in 3 days, then you just basically buy and sell instantly so you don't lose anything, right? And it still counts as a day. So yeah, Apex is a really good firm. I'm working with them right now. So let's jump to the next. This is Bulinox. I'm also working with them at the moment. Bulinox works basically the exact same as Apex. Let me go to Bulinox website. So a lot of these prop firms are going to be very similar. So here we go. So this is Bulinox's website. Also a very good prop firm. You get to keep your first 10,000, and then you earn up to 90% of your profits. So again, it's very similar. And they have not as many accounts, but still plenty of accounts, right? 25K account, you can trade 3 contracts. You keep 100% of your first 10,000. Profit target 1,500, drawdown of 1,500. So on here, the only difference with Bulinox is they have a trailing threshold, which worked the same as on Apex. So it follows your highest account balance. And on here, you can also choose a regular drawdown, so it updates at end of day. So there's an end of day update. So basically, if on this account you had a $1,500 stop loss on the account, you could be up $500, down $500, up 1,000, down 1,000. But let's say you end the day up $100, this drawdown only moves up $100. So depending on your trading style, this could be better than Apex for you, right? Other than that, it works the exact same. Other than that, it works the exact same as Apex. Just depends on kind of your trading style. And with Apex and Bulinox, you get 1 to 2 withdrawals per month. I think Bulinox maybe allows 2, but usually there's just 1 withdrawal per month. And you are limited to how much you can withdraw the first 3 months. So first 3 months with the smallest account is $1,500 max withdrawal per month, and then after that you can withdraw as much as you want. So they're trying to keep you for the long game, right? So this next one's UProfit Trader. Again, lots of different account sizes, right? And UProfit, you keep 80% of your profits compared to 90 with the other ones. But the thing about UProfit is you can withdraw whenever you want, 7 days a week, as much money as you want. If you make $10,000 on your first day, you can withdraw it all, right? So on the smallest account, again, $1,500 target, 3 max contracts, except they have a $500 daily loss limit. So you can't lose more than $500 in a day. Otherwise, it cancels the account. And has a end of day drawdown of $1,250. So a little bit different rules. So you do have to be careful. But if you're looking to just make some money, withdraw it instantly, and be safe about it, UProfit might be better. And again, these all have 10-day minimum trading days. And with all these prop firms, you when you get the live account, these drawdowns stop moving at the account value. So with UProfit, once you get this, basically once you make $1,300, that drawdown will stop moving. Okay. On Bulanox, once you make around $1,500, $1,600, that drawdown will stop moving. So you could be at 30,000 and your stop loss on the account would still be at 25,000 instead of following you the whole way. And same thing with Apex. So why we use prop firms again? To pay a small fee up front, you get to keep 80 to 90% of your profits, and then all the fees, what we're paying is sign-up fees. If you lose money with the real account, it is on them. It's on the prop firm. The only money you would lose is the money that you put in to try out for the evaluation. These are a great way to go unless you have a ton of money that you want to just put into your own account. And you have to trust yourself with trading, right? If you're a new person trying to build up some capital, prop firms are great. But yeah, that's basically it with prop firms. So on to the next video.